I'm Mark Faulkner, President and CEO of Baptist Healthcare in Pensacola, Florida. Advice, I would say first, number one, know yourself. Know what you like. Know what you're passionate about. What, at the end of the day, brings the most pride and fulfillment in your life. And then try to match those characteristics and traits up against various career fields. I would also say that don't look at your career choice as your first job. Rather look at the entire field. Certainly we're all interested in how we entered the field and what our first job is, but look at it over the course of your lifetime. Especially these days, employers are looking for students and individuals entering the workforce committed to not only a career but even an organization. And what leads you to select a career field will be important as that employer looks at the overall investment they're going to make in you as a team member for that organization. I would also say do your research. Get out there and talk to people that are working in fields that might be of interest to you. Get to know what they do. Understand what their likes are, their dislikes, what a typical day is like, and see if that fits with what your interests are. Working with people. Clearly you learn a lot in your didactic work and your assignments and through all the aspects of the curriculum, but I think the one thing that you're really going to learn outside of that environment is working with people. In just about every career field imaginable, you've got to learn how to work in an environment of a team. You've got to think about the greater good of the organization. And so to the extent you get involved in volunteerism, community service, team-oriented activities, and really understand what makes differences and diversity make a team better, and how you fit into that. What's your style of communication? What's your style of leadership? How you like to interact with others, and understand the similarities and differences in other people. Because clearly that's the most important aspect, I think, to advancement in a career is how well you have been able to work in a team environment. If I could go back, I would do one thing different, and that is I would get more hands-on experience at the front line. In healthcare, the particular industry I'm in, it's very complicated, and there's nursing, and there's lab techs, and there's x-ray techs, and there's billing office people, and there's all kinds of complexities and diverse jobs that make up what we do. And just having a full, deep appreciation for what happens at the front lines early on in my career. Even as I was going through school, may have been just volunteering in a hospital, for example, or some part-time job where you really understand more about what happens on the shop floor, so to speak. So I would advise us all, as we think about a particular career, is really understanding the day-to-day and doing so by getting that frontline experience at the early end of your career. Personal values. Employers, myself included, place a lot of value on what makes a person tick. You can train skills, you can train talents, you can invest in folks to get experience, but you can't teach attitude, you can't teach values. It's more and more important that folks are looking for individuals that entering a career field, what really makes them unique, what makes them special, and what makes them tick. Do they have values of integrity and honesty and compassion? Do they think of themselves as servant leaders in the future? I think that's a growing importance that we're placing is, again, as we think about investing in the long-term career of someone, who they are as an individual is more important than what they know.